This is Victor Aponte from MOG Improvement Services. Thank you so much for stopping by on our channel and check this video out. In this video from Macworld, Georgia, we're going to show you how we're going to replace all the railing, all the decking boards, and adding 3 support posts in this amazing deck. Check it out. One of the most common questions that we receive is when you need to replace the deck, and that depending upon the evaluation. What is the line that is going to separate to do a repair or to a replacement? That depending upon the evaluation. If the deck is structurally sound, you can repair as you need it, but keep in mind that every time that you touch a deck, you need to bring it up to code. In this case, it was good enough the structure in order to just add a couple of posts that were missing and replace the decking boards and the railing. The second most common question is the fact if you require a permit in order to do some decking work. But rule of thumb, anything that is going to be structurally need to be inspected by the city. If you're going to replace something cosmetic, like just the decking boards or painting the deck, not necessarily you need to pull a permit to do so. In this case, we need to do it because we're replacing the railing and we're adding some posts, and that is defined as a structural support of the deck. It's important that you know that when it's something cosmetic, you don't necessarily require to pull a permit to repair the deck. But in this case, as soon as you touch the railing or something structural, you need to have the blessing from the city and they need to sign off. This is the existing condition of the deck. As you see, the railing is really dated. The front post, it was bowed and turned and toward one of the sides, and we're missing 2 posts on the cantilever area. Definitely this customer needs our help in order to build this deck up to code. Alright, dumpster is on site, 7:30 in the morning. We're receiving all the wood and the concrete that we need in order to get started with this amazing deck renovation. The wood has arrived and now we're ready to receive the concrete. Now is demo time. As you see, the team is getting started in order to removing all the railing in order to go ahead and start removing the floor that we're going to replace as well. During the demolition, we're going to go ahead and using a saw, we're going to cut the long pieces in small ones in order to make it easier and being more effective at removing and demolishing all the railing. Definitely that's going to be key in order to save some time and trying to make it faster and safer. We're going to do the same on the floor. We cut the big pieces and the small ones in order to make it easy for the team to remove all these pieces in a really timely manner. As you see, we are ready to start laying the floor. We're going to use a pressure treated wood. The standard deck size on the decking boards are going to be 5'4" by 6 by 16. We're going to remove all the old flashing that was worn out, and we're going to make sure that we're going to install the new flashing in order to achieve the fact that the water is not going to be going inside the house. In order to do so, we just use aluminum galvanized flashing. Do you like what you've seen so far? Do you like what you've seen so far? Just make sure that you subscribe to the channel. You can click the bell link below and subscribe to the channel in order to have more updates about all the projects that we're doing in all Metro Atlanta area and keep you up to date with a lot of valuable information that we're putting out there every single day. Stay tuned and let's keep going with this project. We dug down all the trenches that we need. The regular size that we use for the footings, by rule of thumb that we use at least, depending on the span, but we go safe with 24 by 24 footings and 1 foot deep. We form and we pour the concrete using a 3500 psi. The first step has been achieved. We installed already the post. Remember that it's going to be no more than 6 feet in between them. And right now we're going to proceed to install 42 inches pressure treated balusters, no more than 4 inches of center, to make sure that we're going to comply with the current code in the state of Georgia. Keep going, because right now is the right time in order to install the balusters, to assembly and trying to put together all this beautiful railing as you see on the video. The railing, the minimum, it should be at least 36 inches. The distance between the posts, it shouldn't be more than 4 inches. And every space that you have on the deck, it should be 4 inches or less. The railing work continues. In each baluster, we're going to install at least 2 nails galvanized, at least a 10D tapo nail, to make sure that we're going to support properly the balusters that are going to be the safe feature on the railing. Minimum distance allowed between posts on the railing is going to be no more than 6 feet. And as per current code, you're not going to be able to notch any post. You need to bolt it in with 2 hex bolts, at least ½ inch, with washer and nut. But remember, it's really important that you're going to be able to notch any railing, any post that is supported with railing on any deck. Okay, balusters already in, and the handrail came along really well. After a long hard working day, the crew put together and ready to be inspected all the handrail and the decking board in this amazing deck renovation. We couldn't be happy with the result that we have whatsoever. Now it's time to put the front and the back posts in order to have this deck ready for the final inspection tomorrow.
Unbelievably good job, and I'm very impressed with the results.